Hello everyone, welcome to Amateur Hour Gaming. We're playing the Stanley Parable, and this isn't the screen I anticipated starting on, but I figured I would just to show it, because I have played the Stanley Parable before. It's one of my favorite games of all time. So I'm going to click yes and see if that changes anything. You know, I like being able to see things. I always put it brighter than I need to. Please enter the current time. You need to enter time? Oh, this is exciting. Oh, we're doing it. Okay. It is 3:20. Oh, it just got to 25, so we're going to be really close to that. Oh, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. The Stanley Parable is one of my favorite games of all time. I've been looking forward to this release for literal years. They announced it. I'm going to play the game quick. I just want to say some stuff first. They announced it in 2018 for a 2019 release. And then every single year, they delayed it to the next year, to the next year, to the next year. And it is April 2022, and the game is finally out. It is finally out. I'm finally playing it. I'm so excited. For those of you... I want to get all this out because there's a lot of narration in the game, and I don't want to talk over the narration. So, for those of you that don't know, the Stanley Parable is a game where you play as Stanley. He gets to his office where he works, and he realizes that no one is there. Thankfully, you've got a friendly narrator to guide you through the game and tell you what to do and where to go to escape. But you don't have to listen to the narrator. That's where the fun of the game comes in, is disobeying the narrator in various ways, and just the back and forth between you and the narrator with what he's telling you to do and what you ultimately decide to do. The game goes to some absolutely wild and crazy places that you would never expect. It's an experience. It's almost like a run-based game. Like you start and you go, you find a path and follow it and get to the end, and then you start over again and do different things. And I had a lot of fun with it when it first came out. The file size of the first game was like 3 gigabytes, and the file size of this one is 7, so it's potentially almost double the game. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm so excited. Who's ready? Who's ready? The end is never the end is never the end. So with the narrator, I'm going to try to not talk over the narrator as much as possible.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That voice.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427.
So clear.
Was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what
I've never seen that before. Oh, I bet that's a thing. I bet that's a thing.
Every month of every
That was new.
year. And although others might have considered
Oh,
it
what does that say? You can almost read that
Stanley
too.
relished
Ooh,
every moment
ooh.
that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
God, it's so clear.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Woo! All right, let's do it, baby.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So we're going to go through. Oh, that's new. I like work. Just hate my boss. So good. We are going to go through this following exactly what the narrator says. That's going to be our first run through, just so you can see a baseline. And I also love the story that first one tells. I hate Mondays, don't we all? Don't we all? Yes, quite. Here we come, the first choice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Jeez, those windows are sure as bright outside. So we're going to listen to everything that the narrator says. That is what we are going to do in this first run. Well,
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
yeah, let's go to the
hoping
boss.
he might find
Let's
an
go to the
answer
boss.
there.
What's really fun, I'm curious to see, when this game first came out, Broom Closet, we're going to come back to you. It's upstairs, right?
Coming to a staircase,
Yeah.
Stanley walked
So-
upstairs to his boss's office.
In the original, there was actually loading screens between the different areas. So I'm curious to see. I doubt they'll still have those loading screens. But that was always just interesting going back to play it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
Where's
not an
the boss?
indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Gotta know.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh, no.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input
Whoa,
the
it is
correct code
dark.
by
This
sheer
is-
luck. Amazing.
That was
He stepped
unnecessarily
into the newly
dark.
opened passageway.
This part always creeped me out a little bit. Dang, this is like really dark. Here's where the first loading screen was going down this elevator. No way, it still has loading screens? Really?
Descending deeper
Huh.
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
That's surprising.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yeah. What's that? I don't remember that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Or should we go to escape? Nope, we're gonna listen to the guy. The narrator. What's that? It's a bunch of numbers.
The lights rose
Oh
on an
my
enormous room
gosh!
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I bet I do. That's a long way down. Is there no jump? I remember there being a jump button. Maybe not. What does this button do?
Now
What does that
the
say?
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Wow!
Each bore the number of an employee
Where's-
in the
where's-
building. Stanley's co-workers.
Hold on.
The lives of so many individuals
427 is
reduced to
Stanley.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
Yeah, I wanna see-
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What does that top one say? Does that say imposter? Employee. There was another one from before. I'm gonna give it one more chance for me to try and see it. Fired. That one's still on. That's interesting. I don't see it. I think there's more than there was last time. Okay, Stanley's is... Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Let's just keep going. I thought there was one last time that said pirate. Gotta look again. Okay, where's Stanley? Stanley's is right there. Let's look at it, everyone. Let's look at Stanley's. Yep, that's his desk. Boop.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible
Yeah,
to believe. It
right?
couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
Could
time?
you
Was this the only
imagine?
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Stanley's not in control of anyone, right? Right?
No.
No!
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Pirate,
His
there it
own
is.
Life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Do you guys get
Had
it?
he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to
Oh,
the
that's
world?
cool. I don't remember being able to see that before. Do you guys get it?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Oh, wow.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yes.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes. If you're wondering... no, we'll do that ending. We'll do that ending. I won't say anything yet. Off. Dang, I'm surprised how much of this is still carrying over, like this long loading screen here. I'm curious. Oh.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Oh.
He had won.
Oh, this is more shaky than it used
to
to be.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Oh, look at those
Perhaps his
textures.
goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So real quick, I was obsessed with finding every secret in this game when I played it. And I even did some console command cheating things that let you teleport through the game. And in the original, if you could teleport into that house, there was a skull in there, which you would never be able to see any other time. But yeah, there's a skull in there. So let's walk through the door, shall we?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And there you go. That's the traditional ending, I guess I'd call it. We beat the game. We got an achievement, too. We're doing good. I don't know if you can see those achievements on my recording. I'm assuming you can. And we're back. So let's see. What are the secrets? What
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go
The
to the
first
meeting.
one I want to do.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The first ending I want to do is the rocket ship ending. So I'm going to talk over the narrator unless he says something new. But the rocket ship ending was a really weird one in the first game. It was almost unfinished. You would, unless I find a door that opens. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, there's the button ending. We might do that. We're going to do that one at some point too. You would get to this place. It would load into a whole new area.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door.
You climbed this really tall staircase. It was really, really dark, like almost too dark to see. And you got to the top and could
Yet there was not
maybe
a single person here
see
either.
a
Feeling
rocket
a
ship
wave
in
of
front of it.
disbelief,
There was nothing
Stanley
from the
decided
narrator
to
the
go
entire
up to his
time.
boss's office,
And,
hoping he might find an answer there.
And when you got to the rocket, you stepped into it, and the game just ended. There was nothing else. It felt completely unfinished, and it's been a mystery for so long.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I don't know, man. I think we should stay in here. Isn't this great?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I like it. Look at this cardboard. We got...
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
I'm
at
looking
least
at
if there was
things.
something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What is that? What does that stand for? I've never heard that phrase. Sweet FA.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
That is exactly what my accent sounds like. Can I close myself in here? Yes. Yes. We're staying, baby.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
You got that right.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be
Stop.
nearby?
I got my headset on.
Computer
No one
is
can hear
dead.
you.
They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
The only ones who could
Please
hear you are
remove
my
their
dogs.
corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics.
That's
and
actually
filling them
important.
in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
That's really funny. I had a friend who doesn't play video games play this back in the day because I loved this game and thought everyone should experience. And they didn't understand how first-person controls worked on a mouse and keyboard. And they actually couldn't play because it was making them sick. So I guess that's the end of this. So we are free to leave the broom closet.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, yeah?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Whew. Let's give it a couple seconds to see if he wants to say anything else. Oh, that's good. That's new. That's new dialogue. New content, everyone! Okay, are you done? Are you done with that? Okay. Let's get back to the rocket ship ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So, here is where we need to do some trickery. We need to go through this door and then back out before the doors close. Gosh, this is scary. I don't want to...
Stepping in.
Yes! So now the narrator is trapped in that room. And we can now go all the way back to the beginning. Oh, my heart's racing right now, honestly. I've been waiting to see this for 9 years. For 9 years, I've been waiting to, wanting to understand what the heck is supposed to be happening in this ending. See, even that right path door is closed. It guides you back to this, and it was just unfinished or something. Was that on before? Doesn't matter. We're gonna find this rocket ship, baby. And see, this door is open. Everything is set up for there to be something here. It wasn't that dark before. I don't think. Okay. Okay. You are now leaving. Escape pod bay. See? Isn't that... It is much brighter now than it was before. It was like creepy playing this for the first time. No narrator, just like super dark. Oh, it's getting darker. Climbing up the stairs. Gonna see the rocket ending. So excited. Didn't it say it was 770? 760 maybe? Because we're up to floor 758. I don't know if you've noticed, but the room in that window is the same every time. Doesn't even... Oh yeah, you can see him. Ooh, getting real dark. Alright, escape pod launch bay. I'm ready. I am ready. It wasn't like this before. This is new. This is new. Oh, do you see it? Oh, there it is. Can I... Oh, it's still so dark. Oh. Don't just do it to me again. Don't. They did it to me again. They did it to me again. Well, I... 9 years!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm curious about the jump button, because I swear that you could jump, because there's a way to... One of the endings is to jump out this window, and you have to get onto the desks. Does that say who farted? Lovely. We'll figure that out later. We're gonna do other stuff first. Where's the break room at? I'm trying to remember where the break room is.
Oh, and I guess this is where Stanley felt he needed to be right now, in this little hallway. Here, with no distractions, to study room 417. Not to actually enter it. No. That would be far too forward. Stanley wanted to know it from the outside. To see it not just with his eyes, but with his heart.
Yeah.
He would know room 417 as no man or woman had ever known an office before. That ladder over there. Oh, and that little picture of a horizon
beautiful.
or something. It's all just a never-ending parade of joy for Stanley.
It is. Alright, let's continue on. Let's do
No, apparently not.
Let's do the opposite of what he wants every
When
time.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, I love the lounge. I love the employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh yeah, that one?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's one of my favorite lines. Okay, here's where it's all coming back to me now. If you fall down here, you die. You just flat out die, and that's an ending. We are going to, hopefully, if I'm remembering this right, go to one of my favorite endings.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Yeah, baby.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Does it do it on... Are we on that path now, or do I need to do more stuff?
Now listen carefully,
okay.
This is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm pretty sure we need to go through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door, baby.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map.
Beautiful.
Because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Yeah, there's not a jump button, or else I would have jumped off here.
Exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
I love how you said that.
You don't think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange, unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Gladly, gladly.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Yes.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Yes. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I loved it. I loved the third door. We're going to give it a 5.
Aha!
Yeah.
You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
You're just so smart.
Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley.
No.
Don't even try.
I won't. Don't worry.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Yes,
and
let's
to be
do it.
perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yep.
Let's take a look.
Oh, what do we have here? Wow. Leaderboards. Let's see where we rank. Good old Neil. Nicho Nacho. Awards one. Mr. Hayes Esquire. I'm going to skip the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of people chose the blue door. We are 9,328. 98.9 are more attractive than Stanley. How long does it take me? All right, cool. Let's go through this third door again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No, it really didn't. It felt like it was kind of mean.
I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Oh, yeah?
Now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Excellent.
You
I'm
wouldn't
down.
mind taking a look at it, would you?
No, let's do it.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I'm sure it's super fun.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
I get it. I get
I
it.
think the art world will really take notice.
Agreed.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
4
So
hours.
why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
There is a genuine ending if you do this for 4 hours. I'm not going to do this for 4 hours, though.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you can do
I'm
that for
completely
4
out of
hours.
Ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful,
Oh, I'm so
why don't
excited.
you play someone else's game?
I wonder if they did
Just to
anything
ease the
different.
Pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I wonder if it's going to be the same or if it's going to be different. Either way, I'm excited. That's what's great about this game. It's Firewatch!
Fascinating. What do you think this game is
Ah!
about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Oh my gosh.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
Firewatch is the
Yes,
Firewatch.
that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the
Oh
experience of
my
total mental
gosh.
depravity.
You're
So
kidding.
far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
Yes.
And it seems there's even more. Come, let's
Chlorotox.
venture outward and
Can
see what
we?
else is out there.
Can we? I love Firewatch. Oh, this is all new. This is all new. Everyone, this is all new. Oh. Oh my gosh. In the original, they put you into Portal. Oops, wrong way. Oh, this is wonderful. I can't believe that it's Firewatch. Hey.
Oh no.
I can't believe
No,
this.
no,
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 don't
no,
take me
can't
out. Don't
be.
take me out.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No! No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
No.
I only wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around.
Oh.
No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in
Oh.
any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something
Oh,
with
dang it.
walls. Something with nice,
Big,
big,
insurmountable
insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? Shut up!
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Oh, nice. Different
Stanley,
walking
if you
sounds.
manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh, this is... Rocket League, for anyone who
Okay, so
doesn't know what Rocket
exactly
League
do we
is.
do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this
Where?
game
Where?
sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
Give me the
Oh,
ball.
what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together?
Yes!
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball.
Give it!
Have fun.
Give it! Where is it? Yes! Oh my gosh. Ha ha ha!
Are you doing
Oh.
it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely
I'm walking
multiple
very
balls
fast.
makes for an even more euphoric
I'm walking
sports
very
experience.
fast.
I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Yes! Yes!
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop.
Me too, bro.
I simply have to have more.
More!
I'm insatiable.
I'll put them all in the goal.
Balls.
Ah! You're the best, narrator. I've never had so much fun playing Rocket League. Oh! Oh, oh, oh!
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Shoot.
You having fun?
Yes!
Is this a real video game? Well, I sure
Woo.
hope you're having a good time, because guess what?
No!
It's over.
No!
Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need
I heard a
someone
honk.
like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules.
Oh my gosh.
Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much, but who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Bye, narrator. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna obviously jump into this goal and see where it takes us. I have an idea. What's that say over there? Just to be... Time to slam a spleebly. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Can we go up the walls? No. Didn't expect to. So we're gonna fall down in here. And I believe...
What are you doing?
Yep. So...
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
So this is what the original Stanley Parable... The original Stanley Parable, not the one I played in 2009, but it was a Half-Life mod, I want to say. This is more or less what that looked like. Oh boy, it is dark. I don't want to fall off. Where do I go? I don't remember. Because if I fall, it just puts me back at the beginning, right? Oh, I guess I was supposed to fall. This was real creepy when I first played it. Real creepy. Yeah. See, this is the doorways. We're just gonna go back to Stanley's office. This ground is really wet sounding. Back to Stanley's office, and we will... Isn't this it? Isn't this where it ends? No? Okay, I must be mistaken. There it goes. That's a fun one. I love that
what he found.
I love that they put 2 new
If what
games
he
in there.
wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Does he need me to end it? I think I do need to. Oh, there it goes. All right, that was the end of this episode of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Thank you for watching. Drop a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment about your favorite part so far. And subscribe if you want to be alerted to when I make more videos. I'm going to be playing more of this immediately. But thank you for watching this episode. Have a great day. Bye.